So if you just ran a little peasant sleeping pad, like some of you apparently love to do, then you would have a lot more headroom. I do get a bit of crap for the fact that I have a dash mat. It also is a great place for me to store Diesel's hairs, so I don't lose them. Lots of people say, oh, your kitchen looks like Mav's. No, 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 Mav's looks like mine. It's also not as good. What's up guys, welcome back to another episode and welcome to Joshua Tree National Park. I am way out on the outskirts. I'm actually just wrapping up an episode that you will see next week. I've been that away, camping by myself. Well, Diesel is hiding, but Diesel's with me as well. But we came out in the truck and we went for a little camping session, and I figured now that I've had this truck for a while and now that I have really put it through its paces, let's talk about the top 5 things that I love about my off-grid overlanding Ram 2500. So let's start off with how it looks. Now, forgive me, it is a bit dirty because we've been on these dusty trails, so it's not looking quite its shiniest and most spectacular, but that's kind of the point. I love the fact that this truck, when it's all cleaned up and nice, looks like a luxury vehicle. But you get some dust on it and you air down the tires and it starts to look a little bit more purposeful. And so I really built this thing with that in mind. I didn't want to go too crazy with the overlanding setup with a bunch of lights and a roof rack and everything else, because I quite like the idea of being able to stealth camp with it. If you don't know, the whole back section here is a bedroom, a kitchen, and all kinds of stuff. It's very, very cool. But you wouldn't know if it was just parked up. Now, granted, I do have my Wii Boost on the roof there, so it does look a little bit more conspicuous at the moment, but if you take that off, it just looks like a new truck with a topper. I specifically went with these Method wheels because they are a little bit more understated than some of the other ones with all the hardware around the outside. And then obviously the BF Goodrich all-terrains, the KO2s, amazing tires on road and off-road. I've had them on every single off-road or utility vehicle that I've ever owned, and I will continue to because they are absolutely perfect. Now, I know I just told you that I didn't want to put like a roof rack and the lights and all the rest of it on there because I wanted it to stay stealthy, but the number of times that I've actually camped stealthily versus the number of times that I've camped out here in the middle of nowhere, where actually having the roof rack and having the extra lights and all of the other overlanding gear would come in useful, it's kind of outweighed like 99 to 1 camping here versus stealth camping. So I think in an upcoming episode, we might be doing a version 2 of the truck build, and it might be getting a little bit more gnarly. So number 2 of things that I love the most about this truck, excuse the fact that it's very messy. Like I said, I have been camping, so you're seeing it in its true form, but I love the bed back here. Now, look how much dust is on here. I do need to get better weather sealing because this stuff does not keep this fine dust out at all. This back here is absolutely amazing. Now, a lot of people say that it's too much. It doesn't give you enough headroom, you know, it's claustrophobic, whatever. Each to their own. I personally wanted a bed that I could sleep in as comfortably as the bed in my house, and that's why I got the same mattress and the same mattress topper, just in a full size versus the queen or whatever it is that I have at the house. This bed is so comfortable, and honestly, as far as I'm concerned, all I do is slot myself in there and I am sleeping. I don't do anything else in here. I can sit up, I can prop the pillows up against the back wall there, and I can prop myself up and watch my iPad or whatever, be on my phone, read a book, but I very rarely do that. Normally, by the time I get into this bed, I'm getting in and I'm going to sleep, and that's it. So I'm not really bothered about the headroom. That being said, if you look at the bed platform itself, there is a ton of room. So if you just ran a little peasant sleeping pad, like some of you apparently love to do, then you would have a lot more headroom. So even with the drawers the size that they are, you could make this even more spacious in the back. You can also go for the slightly raised topper as well, the one that sort of comes up a little bit on the back just to get a little bit more room. So let's say that you wanted to be able to do some cooking in here and only have a single bed and then have half of it for cooking or whatever, you could do that as well. But for me, for my purposes, having a big comfy bed in here that sleeps as well as it does at my house, that was my goal. That's what it does, and I'm so happy with it. Number 3 on my top 5 things that I love about my truck, the kitchen. This right here is absolutely amazing when it opens. So what we have here is a full slide out kitchen and pantry. Hold on, I've got to lift this up, but I need 2 hands. Ha, ha. So this is always stocked with tin goods, with pasta, with quick, easy boiled rice, some trail mix, pasta sauce, teas, coffees, Cliff Bars. Basically, as you see it right now, is how I try to keep it stocked at all times, and then I'll just rotate things out if they start to get close to their sell-by date. You wouldn't believe the number of times that I've been home and been like, oh man, I haven't got any pasta, or oh, I need some pasta sauce, or oh, I need some black beans. And I'm like, I do have some on the truck. I'll come out and raid the truck pantry. That's how well stocked this is. It's usually better stocked than my house. This is absolutely perfect because it means that I never really have to think about the food that I'm gonna take with me when I go out. And when I do, typically it's only the fresh stuff that I need, because I have like tinned vegetables and things like potatoes, beans, like the basics, right? And then all I have to do is just add in some protein, maybe add in some tortillas or some bread or whatever, and I'm good to go. I have all of the spices and condiments: granulated garlic, turmeric, onion, lemon pepper seasoning, cayenne pepper. I mean, I've got everything that I need to cook a very nice dinner. Then I've got this Coleman 2-burner stove. A lot of you ask what this is, and I can't find it on Amazon anymore, but it is the Zendar, ZHENDAR DB01, max 1 PSI. I've also got some like washing up liquid in here. These are little food prep wipes that I use so I can wipe down either my plates or vegetables or whatever, and they're biodegradable. So yeah, this is my kitchen setup. Absolutely love it. It also has this, so I have my chopping board, extra prep space, and then if I want to do the dishes, then I have a pop-out sink as well. So altogether, when this is set up, it's the perfect little cooking area. This also acts as extra serving room, so I normally plate up here when I'm cooking. But yeah, I just could not be happier with this. You know, when you design something and you have it in your mind how you're going to use it, and I watched every YouTube video I could find about people with kitchens, and I just took all of the ideas that I thought would work for me and then designed them into this. And then Chris at CK Woodworks, the genius that he is, managed to put my very rough sketch and make it into a reality. Chris, thank you for building it, and all of you guys on YouTube that posted your kitchens, thank you for the inspiration that allowed me to sort of amalgamate all of it and come up with this. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna call him out. Mav did this with the little lifty thing after I did. Lots of people say, oh, your kitchen looks like Mav's. No, 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 Mav's looks like mine. It's also not as good. Thing number 4 that I love about this truck: the cockpit. It is such a nice place to be, and I believe at some point, and don't quote me on this because I may be wrong, but someone told me, I don't remember who it was, so take it with a pinch of salt, that this interior beat the Mercedes S-Class interior for best interior in like 2020 or something. Like I say, maybe wrong, but I actually don't doubt it, because it is a very, very nice place to be. So I have the optional extra 12-inch touchscreen, which is absolutely brilliant. So it basically splits it up into 2. Now, there's definitely things that this could do better, and I'm not going to get into all the functions because there are a lot of them, and that is not what this is about. But essentially, I have my Blackmagic box up top that gives me CarPlay or Android, so that I can do things like watch Netflix or YouTube if this is connected to a Wi-Fi hotspot, which the truck does have. Heated seats, air-conditioned seats, power everything, sunroof. What else has this thing got? Nice mirrors that do stuff like fold in like that. And I know this isn't exactly crazy high-tech stuff, but it's just stuff that really makes a difference. It has an amazing sound system. I can't remember what make it is. Things like Harman Kardon or one of, does it say on anything? No, but it's got the uprated stereo anyway. So it's just a really comfortable place to be. I can put 3 or 4 hours on the road without stopping and get out the truck and feel absolutely fine. I do get a bit of crap for the fact that I have a dash mat. Honestly, it's because I throw stuff up here all the time. So, you know, my Zolio's up here right now, my little satellite communicator. I throw my drone up there, GoPro, sunglasses, hats, and it just stops things from sliding around when I'm driving. So it's more for that than it is because I'm trying to protect the dash or anything else. It also is a great place for me to store Diesel's hairs so I don't lose them. So down here we have something that hopefully will come in very useful very soon. So these are all of my auxiliary switches. So if I do decide to put extra lights on, then I'm going to be able to control them all from there. I also have tow mode. I have an exhaust brake. So this is like a Jake brake, which is really cool for when I'm towing, and then parking sensors front and rear. obviously your 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive low, all of my auxiliary connections down there, and also trailer braking. So if you have an electric trailer that has a trailer brake, then you are able to manually control it using this little squeezer here, which is nice. Then I'm sure Diesel would say that his favorite thing about the truck is the fact that he has this whole area back here decked out. So he has got his bed back here, he's got his water bowl, I've got a nice little fan for him as well, so when we camp up and it's warm, I can have the fan on. I also do have a 12-volt AC unit that I plug in sometimes if it gets really hot. I'll set it up right here and then that squirts in the back. So he is so set up. And then if you haven't seen a video where I've gone through the entire setup of this truck, then I also have an EcoFlow power bank there that is being charged by solar up on the roof, and also being powered by the truck's AC outlet as well when the truck's running. And then I have one of the EcoFlow fridge freezers too with an ice maker. So it's super bougie. So not only is the kitchen one of my favorite things, but the fact that I have fridge, freezer, ice maker, all the rest of it, that whole sort of cooking, camping ecosystem is just clutch. And then my fifth most favorite thing about this truck is honestly just the adventures that it facilitates. This thing is a dream maker. It allows me to tow my Sea-Doos down to the ocean or out to the lakes or rivers and go on adventures there. It allows me to take Diesel out to places like this and come and camp off-grid and be completely self-sufficient. It takes me to the supermarket to go and get my groceries. It just does everything. And I wasn't sure when I first got a truck how much I would like it. I knew it was going to be cool, but I didn't know if I was going to maybe think it was too big to drive, or it was a bit cumbersome, or it wasn't fast enough, or whatever. I kid you not, this vehicle right here is my favorite vehicle I have ever owned. And it's for all of those reasons that I've just described. It's not just one thing, it's for the fact that it has allowed me to do so many amazing things, go to so many amazing places, and do it in comfort, in style, and yeah, I just seriously can't speak highly enough about it. I am a Dodge guy, Ram guy, but if you wanted to do the same thing using a Ford or a GMC or a Chevy, then all of the same things would apply. Obviously it wouldn't be as good because it wouldn't be a Ram, but you could still do it with yours. If you've been thinking about doing an off-grid build or like an overlanding build or just a basic camping setup that you can pull in and out of your truck bed, do it. Please, please just do it. Pull the trigger, because they are absolutely phenomenal and it just gives you so much freedom. And that's the main thing, is just that sense of freedom is amazing. So there you go, guys. They are the top 5 things that I love about my Ram 2500. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Stay tuned next week because you will get to see the adventure that I'm on right now in next week's episode. Please subscribe if you aren't subscribed. I'd love to see you here again. Share this video with your friends that have maybe been thinking about doing something like this. Follow me on Instagram, give this video a like, do all the stuff. But most importantly, remember, until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. See ya.